Letting go didn't feel like freedom at first. It felt like grief. I let go of what I thought I needed, and I met the version of me that had been waiting all along. Let me take you back to a moment, not a big dramatic one, just a quiet morning. One of those mornings where the air feels still, but something inside you is unraveling. I had finally set a boundary I'd been avoiding for years. I walked away from relationships that weren't just draining me, they were reshaping me into someone I didn't recognize. Someone small, someone silent, someone constantly negotiating her own worth just to keep the peace. The hardest part? Some of the people who claimed to love me most were the ones constantly trying to fix me, as if who I was some kind of flaw. They didn't say it out loud, but the message was clear. Tone it down. Be easier. Be more like them. But I wasn't broken. I was just no longer willing to live in a version of myself that made them comfortable, but made me disappear. And I don't say that with bitterness. I say it with clarity. I thought maybe if I could be better, they'd finally see me. But I was never the problem. I was just the one waking up. Something inside me said, this is not who I am. If you're around someone who makes you feel like a stranger to yourself, I hope you'll hear this. Your intuition is trying to speak. Your body is already telling the truth. That morning, I woke up to silence. No texts, no tension, no emotional tug of war waiting to pull me under before I even poured my coffee. And you'd think I feel free, right? But I didn't. I felt lost. Like I had stepped out of a burning house and was now just standing barefoot in the ashes. No one tells you how disorienting freedom can feel at first. I stood in my kitchen with coffee in my hand, then walked out to my backyard. The sun was rising. The light was beautiful, but all I could think was, what now? Because when you finally walk away from what hurts you, there's a part no one talks about. The space between what you've released and what hasn't yet arrived. That's where the silence gets loud. Grief isn't always tears and dramatic goodbyes. Sometimes it's just emptiness. It's walking into a room that used to be loud with dysfunction, and now it's just still. It's realizing you missed the chaos, not because it was good, but because it gave you something to respond to, a script to follow, a role to play. Without it, you're just there, with yourself, with space, with questions. Did I overreact? Maybe I should call them. Just check in. Was the pain really that bad? Or am I just being too sensitive? That's what the in-between does. It whispers old lies in a new voice. And I won't lie to you, I almost went back. But something deep within me said, stay. Don't run. Don't numb. Don't fix. Just stay. Stay in the space. Don't rush to fill it. Don't go back just because it's familiar. So I did something I had never done before. I let the space hold me. I sat in it. I cried in it. I listened. I prayed. I wrote. I spoke. I breathed. Not to move past it, but to be fully in it. And little by little, that space stopped feeling empty. It started feeling sacred. That was the space where I met me. Not the version shaped by shame or survival, but the one who had been waiting patiently to just exist. I stopped needing the chaos to feel useful. I stopped performing peace and started protecting it. I stopped explaining myself to people who were committed to misunderstanding me. So, if you're in that in between right now, that space where you've let go of what hurt you but haven't yet found what heals you, let me say this: you're not broken, you're not lost, you're not behind, you're just in the clearing. And yes, my friends, the silence there can get loud, but don't run from it, because that space, that's where you meet the you beneath the noise, the one you were never meant to abandon, the you who's still standing, the you who's learning that peace doesn't have to be earned, and love doesn't require shrinking. Letting go might feel like grief, but it's also the beginning of your return. Not to who you used to be, but to who you were always becoming. And that, my friends, that's worth staying for. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.